Hello and welcome to the You Are Beautiful podcast, episode 30. So, this is the fifth episode from my series where I am going over. Why is that fucking thing changing? There we go. Where I'm going over all the relationship advice that I have for males and females. So, I started off with my recommendations for males. First, how to pick a partner. Second, for males, how to act as a man in a relationship. And number three, what not to tolerate in a relationship. So if things are going bad or some things that are red flags, so I go over them. So I start by giving advice to men on how to pick a partner, how to be a partner, and uh, how to communicate with a partner or point out things when they're going wrong. Sometimes you are experiencing things that you should not in a relationship, and just because everybody else is dealing with it, you decide to. So, those three videos are basically everything that I learned over the last 38 years of being alive, uh, being going through divorce, and then also going through a breakup after being in a relationship for 7 years. Now that I am in a healthy relationship for the last year, everything is going well. My girlfriend is living with me, and we are working on getting our first baby. So, yeah, I finally found my partner in life. This is the healthiest relationship I've ever been in. And the way I got into this relationship and the way things are going, I did that by following a bunch of rules that I gathered over time and the rules that I figured out by failing into different relationships. So now, so after those three episodes, I did my first one for females on how to pick a man, what you should be looking for, because most of the time, males and females are making this huge mistake of picking a partner based purely on looks and just superficial stuff like does he or she like the same stuff that I do? Are they hard? Do they have big boobies? Are they tall and all that stuff? But there are way more important things to focus on, and a few of them for females, just to recap, are: does he have a job? Does he have a career? Is he in shape? Is he going to be loyal? Is he going to be able to protect and provide? And what are the next 10 to 20 years with him are going to look like? Is he driven? Is he going to take care for you? Is he going to be work towards being financially independent? Now, if all those things are not in order, then how good looking the guy is, how funny the guy is, it doesn't really matter. So, after you followed all the rules that I mentioned in episode 29 and find the right partner, this episode 30, is uh, is about how you should act as a female in a relationship. So, sorry guys, I want to figure this shit out. So, number one, respect your man, your boyfriend, your husband. Now, when it comes to respect, there people just kind of throw this word around, but there are a lot of details involved. So, first of all, you have to support his goals, right? If he wants to build a business, if he's an athlete, if he has a passion, you have to understand that the happier your man is, the happier he's going to make you. So if you are getting in the way of his passion, his work, his drive, and everything he wants to create, then eventually he's going to resent you. So the biggest mistake uh, that I made in my previous relationships is that I didn't have a full discussion with my partner about how I wanted to live my life. So that was my fault as well. I wasn't honest about what my goals were, and I put all of them aside and put their goals and their lives and what they wanted at the top. So I came to the country in 2005 with the goal of becoming financially independent, build a big business, get in shape. I mean, pretty much make lots of fucking money. And because I didn't want to live paycheck to paycheck, I didn't want to take vacations where I'm worried about how much money I'm spending and not being able to shop the where I want to shop, eat where I want to eat, stay where I want to stay. So I was willing to give up quite a few of those vacations, the weekends of having fun, getting drunk, going out to clubs, going out to restaurants, so I could create a life that I really wanted, one where money is not an issue. I grew up in a very modest household. We didn't have a lot. I mean, I remember for the first 7, 8 years of my life, we were sleeping in one bedroom with both my parents and my sisters, so four of us in one room. So I wanted to get as far away from that reality as possible. But my partners at the time were younger. They wanted to have a more balanced life, and those two things didn't work. So if they had supported me for just a little bit to where I'm able to establish myself as a man, a person who's financially independent, who has pretty much just fucking rich, they would be living that fruitful life. So they made a mistake of not supporting my dreams, and I made a mistake of not being clear about what my dreams were. And the relationship eventually went to shit. So when it comes to respect, the first thing is you have to respect that your partner also has a life, also has hopes and dreams that he wants to accomplish. Now, if you followed all the rules that I gave you in episode 29 and you found the right partner who does have goals, who is in shape, who is making a bunch of money, then that person is going to come with a bunch of goals and hopes and dreams and things that he wants to accomplish. So I would recommend having a clear discussion with him about that before you get into a relationship. And when you decide to go and get into a relationship, no more bitching and whining and screaming about he's not spending enough time with me. He is going to be doing that for you and your future kids. Second, respect wise, your single friends, are going to be the death of your relationship. How? Is because you're basically the average of the five people you hang out with. And if you're hanging out with more than five people, then that you're the average of that. And if you're hanging out with, if four of your best friends are single and you have a boyfriend, eventually you will be the fifth single person. It's just how it is. You hang out with brokies, you become the other brokey. You hang out with jacked people. Like, look, me, within a few months of just knowing me, regardless of whether you don't even have to train with me, but if you start hanging out with me, I guarantee you eventually uh, you are going to start getting in shape just from being around me, because you're going to look at me. I'm only going to talk about positive stuff. You're going to watch me avoid toxins, alcohol, weed, drugs, all that stuff. You will hear me talk about working out, and eventually you will have a swire underneath your ass and you're going to do something. I've seen this over and over again. I've seen people transform their lives, their health, their fitness, their relationships just after a 5 minute conversation with me. Seriously, people have dropped 30 pounds of fat from the information they got from just talking to me for 5 minutes. So you are the company you keep. So when it comes to respecting your man, I would recommend getting rid of all your single friends. Now that is a little bit of an extreme, but the least you could do is have your man's back in front of your single females, and never, ever, ever, ever talk negatively about your relationships. Because yes, your friends have your back. Yes, your friends love and care about you, but you don't know everything. about the person, no matter how long you've known them. Also, you don't know their intentions, and jealousy and envy is a pretty fucked up thing. So let's say you have a conversation, an argument with your boyfriend, and you go start bitching and bitching in front of your single girlfriends. Trust me, not all of them aren't happy for you and your boyfriend. A bunch of them are jealous, they're miserable, they don't like seeing you happy. So, what do you think they're gonna say once you start talking shit about you and your boyfriend and your relationship? They are, of course, gonna say negative stuff. They're not gonna have the boyfriend's back. They couldn't. Some of them would be super happy watching you guys break up so they can feel good about being single. Because being in a relationship is a lot of work. You have to stop texting boys. You have to stop going around being a slut. You can't do a lot of things. You have to be there for some to support your man. You can't be going out to fucking bachelorette parties and all that shit. So yeah, that takes a lot of work. And some of your friends who are not willing to put in the work would love to see you break up so they can make excuses about why they want to be single. Well, of course, I mean, if they see you break up, they'll feel better about being single, because they are constantly trying to find something negative about your relationship, so they don't have to put in the work to find a partner. So, by respecting a man, respect his hopes, his dreams, and also uh, respect your own privacy with your partner by not talking shit about the relationship. What happens at home stays at home, and you guys resolve it together. Unless you're going to a relationship counselor, or you can talk to me. I'll streamline your fucking relationship 100%. So, anybody watching this, if you need help making your relationship better, you and your boyfriend can both get on a Zoom call, talk to me, and I'll sort this out like that, or in a few sessions. So, next, no more butt cheeks on Instagram. I don't care if I piss some people off. I don't care if you have OnlyFans accounts and making some money. If you have a boyfriend, you should not be putting out provocative pictures and videos on your Instagram, because no matter how much you're gonna whatever you want to call it, you can wrap it around in some bullshit. You can tell me it's for fun, to because I want to appreciate my body and show my confidence, blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, you can't discount the fact that you're doing it for attention, and you can't discount the fact that you're going to get a lot of attention from males, and that's going to poison your brain. It's not about your, even if you are not doing that with the intention, right, with the intention of attracting other men, you're just showing off your progress, your gains, and all that stuff. Once you start getting those likes, once you throw those pictures and that content out on social media, you will get some attention from boys, you will get some DMs, and that's going to poison your brain. As soon as you start looking at the grass on the other side, you will stop taking care of the grass that is on your fucking turf. 100%. So these are the rules I have with my girlfriend. Like, she cannot go outside showing off your titties. She cannot go outside wearing some fucking tight ass fucking pants or showing out her ass when I'm not there. Absolutely not. So, one, respect your man. Love him. Don't talk shit about him. Second, no more butt cheeks, no more ass and titties on Instagram. Another thing, there's no such thing as girls' night out. If you wanna date a bum who's gonna text other girls, cheat on you, who's gonna split the check with you, and all that stuff, then that's cool and all. But ladies, if you're a high value woman, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching this 14 minutes into it, you shouldn't have to pay the bill ever when you go out and eat. The man should be paying most of the stuff, and if you actually end up living together, the man should cover all the bills. The man that you pick should be able to protect you and provide for everything. When I met Jordan, I promised her, give me 1 year, 1 year, and I will make sure that I make enough money to where you can quit your job. And right now, a year later, I'm making double, more than twice as much as I was making, and she can quit. She is only working by choice because she built her business. She's a badass hairstylist, and she doesn't want to let go of her clients that have been coming to her for over a decade now. So, but as soon as I get her pregnant, she's out of the game. So I promised her I needed 1 year to make sure that I'm able to cover all her bills, and I can. So you're going out on a date, you should never ever ever have to pay once you get because if you get when you get into a relationship and you get pregnant, you won't be able to work. You don't want to be going in there with that belly sticking out and all that stuff. So a man should be able to take care of all of your bills. So if he is doing that, then you have to show him the respect of not going out with your girlfriends and putting yourself in a situation where there's alcohol and there are boys who can hit on you. I do not ever, 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 ever want my lady, my girlfriend, the love of my life, to be out there at the bars, at the clubs, around a bunch of fucking drunk men who are gonna go hit on her. And the other thing is, it's for protection as well. People slip things in drinks all the time. People make mistakes when you're drunk all the time. And you're going out there with your titties popping out, your ass cheeks hanging out, wearing those sexy ass dresses with a bunch of your singer girls who are getting hit on guys. What are you going to do? How many times are you going to go in that environment and not flirt just a little bit? And that is fucking disrespectful. If I am working 80 fucking hours a week to make sure that your bills can be paid, you don't have to worry about finances ever again, taking you out to nice fancy dinners. Being loyal, not texting other girls, not being a fucking scumbag, then I am not gonna be okay. If I'm not doing any of that shit, if I'm loyal, if I'm loving, I'm not a cheater, and if I'm protecting and providing, if I'm doing all that stuff, there's no fucking way my girlfriend is going out there by herself or without me, with her friends, dressed up all sexy and putting herself in an environment where she's gonna get attention from men. And this one is going to be a little bit controversial, but no girl strips, no bachelorette parties. Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm not budging on that. I know, like, I worked at a restaurant and I've seen bachelorette parties coming in. I've gone out to clubs. I've seen movies. The entire narrative of a bachelorette party is fucking strip clubs, dildos, fucking getting fucked up, doing drugs, and sex. So I am not. Every single guy knows that the number one party group to hit on is a bachelorette group because everybody's ready to fuck. And you can say like, oh, I've been to a bachelorette party and none of this shit happened and this and that. Okay, fine. Once in a while, there is a bachelorette party that's nice and wholesome. People don't really get fucked and they're not doing a bunch of drugs. But 99.99% of the fucking time, that's what goes on in the bachelorette party. And then on top of that, I'm not having a bachelor party. I'm not going to a bachelor party. I'm not having a bachelor party because strip clubs, all that bullshit, guys going around, fucking around with girls, I keep doing that shit, I'm going to get myself into trouble. So, if you found a man that you love, who's in shape, who makes a bunch of money, or is working on making a bunch of money, and who is loyal, you have to respect him. You have to respect him by not talking shit about him behind his back. Second, no guy friends. Well, that's not second. I said a lot of shit. But here, before I forget, no reason to have guy friends. My girlfriend has no guy friends. She's never hanging out with a guy. She's not having coffee and all that stuff. If having guy friends is so valuable to you that you're not willing to let that go for your one man, your partner who's willing to sacrifice everything for you, then you don't deserve to be in a relationship. My girl, my lady has accepted that she's willing to let go of all the guy fucking relationships because none of those bastards are gonna actually do anything for her. I'm the one who's paying the bills. I'm the one who's fucking taking care of her. I'm the one who's being loyal. I'm the one who's going to be the father to her kids, her future kids. So I get to have 100% of her time. I am the male who gets 100% of her time. She gets to have friends, female friends. They can go hang out and all that shit. But whenever there is alcohol involved in that area, she cannot go unless I'm there. No bachelorette parties, no girls trips, no girls nights out. Now, if you're watching this and you are single, think about it this way. You've done that party, like you've done the partying, you've gone to the bachelorette parties, you've gone for the girls night out, and if you are still single and you're looking for a partner, you know for a fact that you would cherish your relationship more than all that bullshit that you're doing. So once you find the right man, which is rare, if you found a man who's rich, ripped, and rare, and is taking care of you, and and is loyal to you, don't fuck up the relationship just to like hang out with some loser ass fucking dudes going to bachelorette parties with other fucking single girls who are fucking miserable because they're lonely. Stop posting all your fucking ass cheeks on Instagram. Real men like me who are paid, who will protect, who will provide, who are going to be loyal. We do not want you showing your ass cheeks on Instagram. We don't want other guys. We don't get a kick out of other guys wanting to fuck you. No. I don't want anybody to look at my girl, talk to my girl, fucking even mention her fucking name. So, this is episode 30, the second video for females. So, if you found a partner, respect him. Don't talk shit about him to your single friends. No more ass cheeks on Instagram. If you have an OnlyFans, just fucking shit. Just give up right now. And yeah, no bachelorette parties, none of that bullshit. Follow these rules, give him love, support his dreams, and he will do everything he possibly can to make you happy. Right? So, this was the end of episode 30 on how to act in a relationship as a female once you found your partner. And now, thank you for sitting through this. In the next video, I'm going to tell you what not to tolerate from your partner, when to put your foot down when your man is out of line. You're going to love that one. I'm very fair and I'm giving you 100% honest advice and real advice that has worked for me and helped me get into the best relationship I could have possibly hoped for. Right? Love you guys. Until next time.